I like how it just, it's like the lights come up and it's your girl. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's your girl Tay, and welcome to Fat Girl World. It is such an obscene and decent hour in the morning. It's ridiculous, but I got a message from somebody and they asked me why I had taken down some videos of mine, and so I decided to answer it since I'm so inconsistent anyways with my videos, which I'm going to try to change here. But yeah, the reason why I took down my my Mrs. Stanky Finger video and take a finger out my ass or whatever it was called was because the thing about forgiveness and letting go of things is that if you say you forgave somebody, then you'd be able to let go. And if you say you let go, then you should be able to forgive somebody. And even if somebody doesn't ask to be forgiven for hurting you or doing something to you like that, you know, to be able to forgive somebody and get past something, it's not necessarily for them. You know what I mean? Forgiveness is for you, because at the end of the day, to hold unforgiveness in your heart is not hurting the other person, it's hurting you, because that's your heart that's messed up, that's your spirit that's messed up. And the reason, and when I looked at it, and you know, putting his name out there and stuff like that, it felt good at the moment. You know what I'm saying? It felt like a relief for the moment, you know, to go off on him and all this other stuff like that. And you know, he'll never see my videos. You know, he doesn't, you know my YouTube even exists. But you know, putting his name and stuff out there like that, like I said, it felt good at the moment. But then I said, why am I having such a strong reaction to this? Why am I so hurt by this? And the answer was because I really wanted to be with him, but I didn't want to be with him. See, I wanted to be with the idea of him that I had created in my mind, because he isn't a good person. That's not to say that he's, you know, the most horrible, evilest, you know, person in the world, but I mean, he is not the person that I thought he was. So I had feelings for an image that I had created in my mind, first of all. And then second of all, it was him doing that to me brought back memories of my abuse and the vulnerability, me being so vulnerable and weak and almost not being able to protect myself as a grown woman, brought all that back to me. And once I realized what it was reminding me of, because you know, here it is 2-3 months later, and I'm still, when I think of him, I was still having the same emotional reaction. I was still having the same anger, the same fear, the same, you know, the same strong physical reaction that I was having when it first happened. So I wanted to sit down, I guess, and have a talk with myself and figure out what it was. And once I wrote a lot, and I just, you know, I talked to a couple of my confidants, my hearts, the people who really, really had my heart. And I once I realized what it really was, that's when I began to process it, because this man doesn't have this much effect on me. You know, he's, in the scheme of things, he he's nobody in my life as far as I'm concerned. Because I mean, he's nobody in my life. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't, have any concern for me, anything like that. So, in the scheme of things, he is and will always be nothing to me. But he rose to the surface things that I had not been specifically dealing with, because this is affecting my sex life, my entire adult life, and and it's never been anyone who has forcefully done something like that to me, or I've been afraid that I could not stop them. However, I have had incidents where something like that has happened. If you're a woman and you've had sex, you know that sometimes it slips out and they may poke you, or accidents do happen. Sometimes you know they're not exactly accidents, but you know what I mean. And even then, I would clench, I would shut down. It would take me however long to get back into the moment. Like everything would stop. So there's no way he could have known. It's not like I shared any of my abuse with him, because again, like I said, he's nothing to me. He's nobody, so I wouldn't share anything like that with him. But at the end of the day, what seemed like it was something that made me feel better, putting his name out there, putting his business out there, what had happened and all this other stuff. I'm sorry. Like, what you say, excuse me for sneezing? I don't know. But when I look back at the video, I was as ugly as I said he was to me. I was that ugly to myself for doing that. So, that's why I took it down, because it didn't really, it has served its purpose. And its purpose, I guess, was at that moment, it made me feel better. It made me feel in control of something that I had no control over. And it is what it is. Since I realized that to him, I'm nobody. I'm nothing. So I can't hold any hard feelings against him, because it was genuinely one of the few regrets that I do have in life, was even having anything to do with him. And that to me says a lot, because I have been through some situations that I should have been regretful for, but I know how to be thankful and grateful and appreciative of the lessons that God allows me to learn every day, and the situation that he allows me to come out on the other side of, whether they be brought on by another person or whether they be mistakes that I made myself. So to say that I regret him says a lot, and I do, but I don't wish him any evil. I don't wish him any harm. Afterwards, I kept reaching out to him. And he didn't ever respond to me, and I don't really know why. Because it isn't as if I had done anything to hurt him. But then again, it could be, that, I'm nothing to him, I'm nobody to him, so why would he respond to me? But there's a message out there that floats around in Spaceland or Cyberland or wherever, of me crying and just venting and telling him how much it hurt me. That it didn't just hurt me physically, that it hurt me mentally and emotionally and spiritually. And because nobody's ever done me like that, and I pray that nobody ever does me like that again, because it's not just what physically happened between us. It was everything all together that made it to what it was in my mind. And that was a weak point for me. That was a low, weak moment for me. And that attributes to why I regret him. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And so I had to forgive him in my heart. And understand that I needed to forgive him in my heart and in my mind, because I was still having just the mention of his name, or the thought that I saw his car, or the sight of him would evoke this anger and this rage in me that it's not a good look, and it doesn't help me grow as a person. So I had to address it and move on. Maybe one day he'll apologize, or he'll tell me why he did me the way that he did me. But if he never does, it doesn't matter, because I forgave him. Whether or not he thinks he did something wrong or he's apologetic, I don't know. But I forgave him. And so that's why that video is gone. And that's why I'm glad I took it down. I'm really glad I took it down. Because for the ugliness that I said that he was, me putting his name out there, his whole name, and all his business, even though no one who knew him knew me. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't affect him. It still was out there. So, once it's out there, it's out there. So that's why I deleted it. Because I don't mean him any harm. Because I've forgiven him. And I'm moving forward. So that's it. That's your answer, boo-boo. And you know how we do it over here, fat girl. Well, you don't know how we do it over here? Oh. This is how we do it. Okay. We do this. We kiss our two fingers. And then we throw up the deuces. And then we pull down this one. And we say one love.